Federal regulators are preparing to launch a revamp program to give the government greater flexibility to shore up the nation's troubled banks. Under the plan, the government will have the option to boost its ownership in banks without having to spend more taxpayer money. This would be done by converting preferred stock, which is essentially bad debt the government has already purchased, into common stock.
Let's be clear of this proposed proposition for Citigroup is not adding more cash. Really, it's just taking cash and switching it around. So it's a sleight of hand trick.
The Wall Street Journal reported the government will expand its ownership of Citigroup to as much as 40%. The plan could help to shore up the bank's finances but dilute the value of Citigroup stock in the process. While that would mean less value for shareholders, it would avert a full nationalization of the bank.
Depends on the time that they own it. It gets more difficult the longer that the government owns these shares and the percentages, the harder it is for them to unwind. And probably the brand name and the bank itself will not be worth as much with the government running it as opposed to in private hands. So if it comes in and the government can do this with a matter of, let's say, 6 months as opposed to 6 years, it could be sold back to private hands probably more easily. It's the length of time that's the issue here.
The new program will require banks to go under stress tests to examine their financial health and determine whether additional capital is needed. Details on how these tests will work are expected to be announced on Wednesday. Mark Hamrick, The Associated Press.